In this presentation, we're going to talk about the basic elements of an analytical essay. We're going to begin by looking at the simplest version of an analytical thesis statement or a topic sentence, depending on whether you're writing a full essay or just a paragraph. This sentence will have two elements, and there will be a causal connection between these elements. First, there will be a language device or devices, such as diction, imagery or figures of speech, or syntax. Next, language device or devices will be connected to meaning. Recall from the previous slide that there is a causal connection between these two elements, which means that language devices give rise to meaning. For example, diction and imagery may contribute to theme, or figures of speech and syntax may communicate tone. In order to apply the principle of composing an analytical thesis statement or a topic sentence, we're going to look at Vladimir Mayakovsky's "But Could You?" I promptly smeared the map of daily by splashing paint with one swift motion. I have displayed on a tray of jelly the slanted cheekbones of the ocean. Upon the fish scale's tinsel pattern, I've read unknown lips salute. But could you play right to the finish a nocturne on a drainpipe flute? As we look at this previously annotated poem, we will find several metaphors. For example, there's the map of daily being smeared by a splash of paint, or the slanted cheekbones of the ocean being discovered in a tray of jelly, or the fish scale's tinsel pattern revealing an unknown lip salute, or finally, a drain pipe, which is a downspout, is being compared to a flute. When we consider these four metaphors, we may realize that there's a thread running through them, one of imagination. If we were to apply what we learned earlier about analytical thesis statements or topic sentences, we could formulate the following topic sentence for an analytical paragraph about Mayakovsky's "But Could You?" The speaker of Mayakovsky's famous "But Could You?" enlists vivid language to communicate the idea that one's imagination can turn the most mundane of experiences into an adventure. Notice that this sentence mentions vivid language, which communicates the idea that one's imagination can turn the most mundane of experiences into an adventure. Recall from earlier discussion that a topic, sentence, or a thesis statement for an analytical essay or paragraph will have two elements: language device or devices, and an idea that is communicated through these devices. Let us now look at the rest of the paragraph, which develops the topic sentence by bringing up specific examples of vivid language and then connecting this textual evidence to the topic sentence through explicit, insightful commentary. The speaker of Mayakovsky's famous "But Could You?" enlists vivid language to communicate the idea that one's imagination can turn the most mundane of experiences into an adventure. The initial metaphor of smearing the map of daily with a splash of color brings up the idea of turning routine, unremarkable, predictable events into exciting opportunities through artistic expression. From the game of art, the speaker, like a child, moves to playing with his food as he examines a tray of meat jello, an Eastern European favorite prepared with bay leaf and garlic and served with spicy hot mustard. In the wobbling mass of meat jello, the speaker, like some of us who playfully find shapes in the clouds, discovers the slanted cheekbones in the imaginary undulating waves, highlighting the personal yet exotic and almost fierce nature of the massive distant ocean. He's transported. One daring thought takes him far from his mundane existence into another world. Yet he's drawn back when he discovers an amorous call of unknown lips in the fish scale's tinsel pattern of the platter on which the meat jello rests. Inspired by the imagined possibility of new love, he concludes his monologue with a question that implies the shift from a visual to an auditory experience. as he possibly refers to the rain performing a nocturne on a drainpipe flute. The last metaphor both completes the inspirational talk and hands off to the readers the baton of continuing the imaginative journey. In this presentation, we have looked at the basic elements of an analytical thesis statement or topic sentence. Finally, we applied this understanding to Mayakovsky's But Could You? And composed an analytical paragraph which focuses on the way language devices contribute to meaning.